Hey guys, today I'm going to be doing a get ready with me video for this look. It's something a little bit different for me. It's more of a purpley and silver, which I don't do a whole lot. I use a lot of neutrals, so this is something new. I used the L'Oreal Infallible Shadows, and I got Burst into Bloom and Silver Sky, and so I thought I'd play with those a little bit. So I kind of did silver on the inner corner a little bit more, and then the purple on the outside, and blended it out with a few colors from my Loreal Pro palette. I really like this look. I think it's something kind of fun and different, and it's nice for spring. It's actually warmed up here this weekend, so that's kind of exciting, and I'm totally in the spring zone. So if you want to see this look, go ahead and keep on watching.
First, I'm just going to start out like I always do with a face primer. This is the YBF Perfect Prep Face Primer, and mostly this is going to be used to fill in some fine lines and pores on my face, and I'm going to run it all over. Then I'm going to be going in with a second primer that's more for brightening. I'm going to be using the Tarte Clean Slate Flawless Primer. This is kind of a duochrome primer that brings a little bit more life and light to my face. I'm going in with my Covergirl Outlast Stay Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation, and my color is an 810. I put a little bit too much on here because my pump isn't working anymore since I'm down to the bottom of my foundation. So it caused a bit of an issue. I got some in my eyebrow and I have to spend a little bit more time blending it in and stuff, but it's a really nice foundation. It covers really well. It just sometimes takes a little bit more work to blend it in and get it to look nice and sit on your skin correctly. Since it wasn't looking quite the way I wanted it to, I went in with my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush and blended it into my skin just a little bit better, so it's more of a buffing brush to really make it sit nicely on your skin. Now I'm going to go in and conceal under my eyes. I'm going to use the Garnier Skin Renew Anti-Dark Circle Roller like always and depuff and just start some of the concealing under my eyes. To brighten under my eyes, I'm going to use Benefit's Ooh La Lift, which is kind of a duochrome white, and I'm going to put that in triangular shapes under my eyes and blend it out, and almost use it like a little bit of a highlighter on my cheekbones as well. I'm dealing with quite a bit of acne right now, so I'm going to start out with the Amazing Cosmetics Amazing Concealer in Light Golden, which is a thicker, more full coverage concealer, and kind of dab that all over any acne spots or redness that I have. And then I'm going to go in with a lighter concealer after that because this is a little bit too dark for me right now, and I will blend that out with the lighter concealer. The lighter concealer I'm using is the Revlon Colorstay Blemish Concealer in Fair, and this one has kind of a doe foot applicator, and I just dab that all over any places that I just covered with the thicker concealer, and this one just blends out the color a little bit to make it match my skin nicer. To set my under eyes, I'm going to go in with the Tarte Smooth Operator Finishing Powder, and I'm using the Real Techniques Setting Brush, and then just dabbing this really under my eyes in a triangular shape to make sure to set that area first. To set any areas that I concealed but that I'm not going to put cream on, I'm going to use the Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder, and I'm using the Real Techniques Buffing Brush. First, I'm really just going to press the powder into my skin, and then I do a little bit of circular motions and blending that way with the powder. Now I'm going to warm up my face and contour a little bit, so I'm going to use the Maybelline Dream Sun Bronzing Powder in Matte Medium. And I'm using the Sigma Large Angled Contour Brush to first kind of chisel out my cheekbones and then go around the edges of my face and blend it in a little bit. And I also go down onto my nose and around my nose because I feel like it warms up my face and gives my face more of a glow. For blush, I'm going to start with a cream blush. This is the Maybelline Dream Mousse Blush in Peach Satin. And I'm just going to use my fingertips to blend that into the apples of my cheeks and onto my temples a little bit. To top this blush, I'm going to use the Milani Baked Blush in Luminoso with the Real Techniques Multitask Brush. This blush I think is really springy and it gives you a nice glow to your skin so that it looks more like you have been out in the sun a little bit. For highlighting, I'm going to start with the Benefit High Beam, and this is just a liquid highlighter. I'm going to take that along the tops of my cheekbones and up along my temples and then down my nose and on my cupid's bow and blend it in with my fingers. I don't really like using creams without setting them with a powder, so I'm going to use the Balm's Mirror Luminizer with the Real Techniques contour brush to set this highlighter. Now I'm going to get started on the eyes. I always start with priming. I'm using the Too Faced Shadow Insurance Primer right now, and this clip got cut a little short. Then I'm going to start on my eyebrows. This is the YBF Automatic Eyebrow Pencil in Universal Taupe. So first I'm just going to use the spoolie to brush them out. And then I'm going to go in with the brush and try to make them as even as possible, which is almost an impossible task for me. Once I decide it's good enough, or as good as it's going to get with a pencil, I go back through and I comb it with a spoolie one more time just to make it look a little bit more natural and spread all the product through evenly. I'm going to start with the Benefit Creaseless Cream Eyeshadow in Town Car, and this is just a silver cream eyeshadow that's going to start as a base for the inner corner of my eye. This is a shadow I've had for a really long time, so I'm glad I finally found a good use for it for this look. For the outer corner of my eye, I'm going to use the Maybelline Color Tattoo in Lavish Lavendar. I believe this was a limited edition color from last spring, but I'm sure you could find this color in other brands as well. It's just a basic lavender colored cream shadow. I'm really excited about the eyeshadows that I'm using. I'm starting with the L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow in Silver Sky, and I think this is limited edition for their spring collection. I'm just applying this with a BH Cosmetics brush that I've had for a really long time. I don't even know what it's called, but I'm applying this to the inner corner and partway through my lid. Now I'm going in with the gorgeous L'Oreal Infallible Eyeshadow in Burst into Bloom with the same brush. I'm going to apply this to the outer corner, and then I'm also going to blend it into the middle of my lid. And this one I am going to have to work on building up just a little bit, so the first round is going to look a little bit lighter and less intense than it will as I get going on it. Now I'm going in with a blending brush. This is a My Glam blending brush, which was what Ipsy was when it first started. They used to send brushes out with all their bags. I'm blending the two colors together so that they look a little bit less harsh when they transition from one color to another. Then I'm just going back in with the same Burst into Bloom color to brighten it up again because I lost some of the pigment when I blended. I'm using the Loreal Pro palette as part of my transitions and blending colors, so I'm going to use Mauve in the crease with the My Glam blending brush, and that's just going to help make it look a little bit more natural and help with the transitions between the crease and into my highlight. And again, I'm just going back and intensifying the Burst into Bloom purple color a little bit more with that same BH Cosmetics brush and Burst into Bloom. I'm sure if I were to wet my brush and use it in these pressed pigments, it would help a little bit more and make them more intense the first time around, but I don't really like doing that. I'm a little bit lazy, so I tend to build it up instead rather than just getting the brush wet. Now I'm going to use white from the Loreal Pro palette as my highlight color, so I'm going to use that in the inner corner of my eye and blend out the silver just a little bit. And I'm also going to use it along my brow bone to brighten up and lift my eyebrows a little bit. Next I'm going to do eyeliner. I'm using the Jordana Fabuliner liquid eyeliner, and I'm actually going to attempt cat eyeliner on this one. I never do that. I'm so bad at it, and you can see by my faces that I spend a lot of time analyzing if they are even or not, but this is probably the best I've ever done, even though it's not great. I'm kind of impressed with myself because I never do this. For my lower lash line, I'm going to start with the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Black Market. This is a lighter black color, and I'm just going to line along the lower lash line first. Then I'm going to be going in with the Sigma Small Angle brush and the Burst into Bloom color, and I'm going to run that along the black eyeliner to make it more of a dark purple color. I like this because it's a nice pop of color that kind of blends in with the upper eye look a little bit better, and it's just interesting and different. On my eyelashes, I'm going to start by curling my eyelashes with the Tweezerman eyelash curler. For eyelashes, I start with a waterproof mascara, and this is Maybelline The Rocket Volume Express in waterproof. I like this because it curls my lashes if I layer this first, and it does a pretty nice job of making my lashes a little bit longer and a little bit more volumized. On top of this, I like to layer the Diorshow Extase mascara, and this just pumps up the eyelashes a little bit more. It makes them more dramatic. They are a little bit more volumized and lengthened with this mascara. For lips, I'm going to start with the Makeup Forever Rouge Artist Natural in N9. This was the Sephora birthday gift, and it's kind of a natural pinky reddish color, and it's a little bit more matte, which I'm not totally into. So I'm going to start with that, and then I'm going to layer a glossier look on top of it. I'm using the Balm in Rose Elixir on top to make it look a little bit more glossy and natural. And this is my finished look. It's a little bit out of the box for me, but I really love the colors. I think they're really fun for spring, and they are absolutely gorgeous if you can still get your hands on them. So that is it. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.